Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Laura Marino. I'm a doctor specialised in urology, and today we're going to talk about an important topic for men's health. Especially for those over 50, my experience in the field has shown me how diet can have a direct impact on sexual life, something that often goes unnoticed but is essential. Did you know that certain foods can affect the ability to maintain a healthy erection? That's right. What we eat influences more than we imagine. I'll explain clearly and objectively how some elements in your diet may be compromising your virility, and more importantly, how you can transform your diet to ensure a fuller and more satisfying sexual life. This is a serious issue that needs attention. Stay tuned to discover which food choices are harming your sexual health and how to take control of it before moving forward. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss our videos on sexuality and relationships. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like to help us reach more people. Leave a 1 in the comments if the topic was of interest to you, or 0 if it wasn't relevant so we can improve our content. This content is especially targeted at men over 50 who want to maintain not only good health, but also a satisfying intimate life. What many might not know is that diet plays an important role in the quality of an erection. This happens because during male arousal, the whole body participates in a complex process. First, the brain sends signals to the body, activating nerves and releasing hormones that dilate the blood vessels. This blood flow is fundamental for the penis to become rigid. If the blood doesn't flow correctly, the erection can be weak or even non-existent, and this is where diet comes in. Certain foods help keep blood vessels healthy, facilitating blood flow. On the other hand, a diet rich in ultra-processed foods with excess bad fats and sugar can compromise that circulation, directly affecting the erection. What you eat can directly influence your sexual performance, and small changes in your daily routine can make a big difference in your body's overall health. What we put on our plate has a huge impact on our sexual health, from blood circulation to hormones and mental balance for the body. To function well during the sexual response, blood needs to flow easily to the penis. And this depends on a substance called nitric oxide. It is responsible for relaxing and dilating blood vessels, allowing blood to reach properly. When the production of this substance decreases, the ability to have a firm erection is also impaired to support you in having a fuller sexual life. I've made the digital book Rediscovering Intimacy, Healthy Sexuality After 60 available in it. You'll find practical tips to strengthen your relationship, overcoming emotional and physical challenges with effective solutions to rekindle the passion in marriage access. The first pinned comment to secure your copy units are limited. So take this opportunity to transform your love and emotional life. Now let's understand how diet plays into this process. Certain foods, especially those rich and saturated and trans fats like processed foods, fried foods, and very fatty meats, end up being the main culprits of this problem. These fats tend to accumulate in the artery walls, narrowing the path for blood flow. This makes it difficult for the body to send enough blood to the penis, directly affecting the erection. Moreover, a diet high in bad fats can increase inflammation in the body. This is harmful because when the body is inflamed, testosterone production, which is an essential hormone for sexual function, can decrease, worsening sexual performance issues when we consume too much sugar, especially those found in sodas, sweets, and ultra-processed foods. Our body faces a series of challenges. Excess sugar can cause insulin resistance, meaning the body has more difficulty using glucose sufficiently. This can be the first step towards developing type 2 diabetes, a disease that has a direct impact on sexual health. Diabetes affects both the nerves and blood vessels, responsible for maintaining a firm and healthy erection. In fact, men with diabetes are more than twice as likely to suffer from erectile dysfunction compared to those without the disease. That's why reducing added sugar intake and opting for more natural foods like fresh fruits is a smart choice. These options don't cause major spikes in blood glucose levels, helping keep the body in balance. Besides, sugar salt also deserves attention when consumed in excess. It can raise blood pressure, which is harmful to blood vessels. Hypertension hardens the walls of the vessels, making them less flexible and hindering blood flow, which can compromise erection. That's why it's important to moderate salt intake and pay attention to processed foods, which often hide large amounts of sodium. Reducing salt can help protect blood vessel health and consequently sexual health. Some daily choices can impact our health in ways we don't realize. Alcohol, for example, is very present in many cultures, but when consumed excessively, it brings various problems. In addition to harming the liver, it can directly affect the ability to have an erection. This happens because alcohol acts as a depressant of the central nervous system, making communication between the brain and the body more difficult. In other words, the signals the brain sends to initiate arousal don't reach as they should. Additionally, alcohol abuse can reduce testosterone levels, the main male hormone, and also damage the nerves involved in sexual function. This doesn't mean alcohol needs to be eliminated completely, but consumed in moderation. An occasional glass of wine can bring benefits like improving circulation, but overdoing it can have the opposite effect, compromising sexual health. Another aspect that deserves attention is soy consumption. It contains compounds called phytoestrogens, which behave similarly to estrogen, the female hormone. When consumed in large quantities, soy can interfere with testosterone levels, which can cause a hormonal imbalance and affect erectile function. This doesn't mean soy should be completely avoided, but it's important to be mindful of the amount consumed, especially if there are already signs of difficulties in this regard. Besides what we eat, it's important to remember that our mind also plays a fundamental role in sexual health. Stress, anxiety, and depression can be major villains in this aspect. Even if we don't realize it right away, the body and mind are deeply connected, and when our mental health is affected, it ends up impacting the physical part as well. Taking care of emotional well-being can have a positive impact on intimate life. Simple things like meditation, regular physical activity, or even seeking psychological support if necessary, can go a long way in improving this area of life for those who want to maintain an active and healthy, intimate life. After 50, taking care of your diet is one of the best ways to ensure that choosing nutritious foods makes all the difference, including more fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats, like those from olive oil and nuts, helps the body function better. This diet promotes blood circulation and also keeps hormones balanced, which is essential for a good sexual life. Therefore, for small adjustments in the daily routine can bring great benefits to overall health and intimate life. Erectilis doesn't have to be seen as a taboo topic. Discussing it clearly can open doors to effective solutions here on the channel. Our commitment is to bring information that truly makes a difference in your life. If you found this content useful, make sure to leave a like. That helps us continue bringing important topics. Share it with someone who can benefit from this information, and of course, feel free to leave your questions or comments below. See you in the next video.